Next up, the fun part. For a lot of people, making a holiday turkey is one of the hardest dishes you'll make all year. We're waiting. My name is Lauren, and I'm gonna take you through the process of making a simple, delicious oven roasted turkey. And hopefully have some fun along the way. Okay, it is time to carve the turkey. It's absolutely beautiful. I always like to show this off before I carve it, so show it off to your guests before you bring it back to the kitchen and carve it up. You're gonna need a sharp knife, so if you haven't sharpened your knives yet, do that. And I'm gonna start by removing the legs and the thighs in one big piece, and then I'll cut it down from there. So one other thing is when you are cutting the turkey, I want you to think long motion instead of sawing. It's just gonna make for cleaner cuts. The skin will stay a little bit more around the meat instead of pulling back. So I'm gonna start with the leg and the thigh. I'm gonna cut that off in one full piece, and then I'll cut it down from there. So sweeping motions, and what will happen is the skin will just basically tell you where you wanna go. It'll start breaking apart. Not too much pressure is needed, and you can see just a little bit of pressure will pull that off. And the turkey will tell you, you'll see exactly where you need to go. At no point do you wanna cut through bone. So just keep following the meat. And if you need to, you can get in there and kind of pull it away. And then you'll find some joints. And so you're just gonna wanna cut through around the joints, not through the joint, don't cut the bone, but cut through the joint part. And it'll just release really beautifully. And now you have your leg and your thigh, and then it'll be really easy to cut that down. So I'm gonna do the other side quick. If at ever any point you don't know where to cut, you can just kind of pull it away from itself and expose where you need to be cutting. And there you go, you don't even need a knife. Oh, it's just beautiful. Okay, look at that. That is so pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this to the side, and we're going to separate this between the leg and the thigh, and this is coming apart so nicely. You can just pull it apart, and then in order to keep that skin intact, just lightly get through there. Again, find the joint. And then you have the leg and your thigh. So you can serve it as is. You can remove the bone here and slice it thinly. You can do whatever you want. So we're gonna keep that as is for now. These are the good bits. Save those for yourself. Again, you can always use your hand. Let's do this one. Okay, look at those. Those are so good. You're gonna have very slickery, slimy hands. They're just gonna be a little bit greasy, which makes it kind of dangerous to carve. So wipe your hands off occasionally. Make sure your knife isn't too slippery. So now we have our wings and our breast. I like to take the wings off. If you are doing this for the first time, you can always keep the wings on until the end. They kind of act as nice handholds to cut the breast. But I like to kind of have them out of the way so you can get a nice clean cut. So the wings, all you kind of have to do is just pull them back, and then do the same thing you did on the legs and just look for the joint. Sometimes it's hard to see. Okay, and then you have your two parts of the wing. Cut just straight down. You can tear it apart. So this isn't very meaty, so you can put this on the platter, but you can also save this for stocks because not very many people are gonna probably eat it. Okay, let's do the other side. Perfect, so you can come in here and you can see the joint. So these are the sockets here. This is the joint you have to cut through. So there's not much you have to cut through, but it kind of is like a rubber band. So the moment you cut that, it's gonna snap right off. Comes right out. Then again, just cut right down. Okay. All right, and now on to the breast, which I think is the easiest part because it literally tells you where to cut. I like to use a paper towel. It gets my hands nice and clean. It also gives me a little bit of grip. So if it's slipping and sliding around, I can have better grip on it. You can also put a paper towel underneath it. So you're gonna wanna find the bone. This is gonna be your guideline here. So you're gonna use your knife. Again, you're gonna do sweeping motions, and you're just going to follow that bone, get as close to as you can. Don't cut on top, but cut right on the side and just do a sweeping motion. And slowly, your knife will follow down the bone, and the bone goes like this. So you might want to angle your knife a little bit, but don't go at a 90-degree angle. But just slowly in sweeping motions, you'll start to pull it away. And if you ever think, oh gosh, am I cutting too much meat off? You can take a look at it. So just pull it back, and what happens is you can see in here, it naturally is going to pull from that bone. So just cut off that skin if that's keeping it from pulling apart, and just slowly release it. And you have a whole, gorgeous turkey breast. I mean, it doesn't get prettier than that. So as you can see, there's hardly any meat here. You might have a little bit that you can snack on, but you leave hardly anything behind. So then I'm gonna use this paper towel again, and I can just really grip that bone right there and just get in on the other side. Releasing the skin up there. If at any moment you feel like, why am I not getting through? Make sure the skin has been cut through. Don't force anything, because that's when you cut yourself. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pull it away so I can get eyes on it. Okay. And another gorgeous turkey breast. So you can save this for stock. This is money. Down here, there's some really juicy meat that you can snack on as the cook, but I'm gonna set that aside. So I'm just gonna put the juices and some of the bits in these nice grooves. Makes it easier to slice up. And I like to slice this into 1/4 to 1/2 inch slices. And you can find the grain. Turkey does also have grain like beef does. So I do it at an angle, so it looks really nice on the platter. So just go in quick motions. You don't want to saw, or else you will tear up that skin. So be confident, commit to the slice, and you'll end up with really beautiful slices. This under there. Okay. Ooh, these are packed in here. So before I slice up the second breast, I'm gonna enjoy the oyster. This is from the underside of the leg. It's super juicy, it's super moist, and it's the chef's treat. So treat yourself while you're carving the bird. Okay, I have an extra plate for the breast. Can I chew and swallow?
Yes, please do.
Oh my God.
Good?
Mm-hmm, yeah, it is really good. You can hear that crispy skin. Gorgeous. I'm just gonna fan it out a little bit. You worked really hard on this, so make sure you put your best foot forward when you're plating it. Look at how pretty that is. All right, and then just finish it by moving things around, making it pretty. Add some fresh herbs. We have sage, thyme, parsley, some roasted veggies. Some citrus is really great during the winter, but use what you have on hand. But that's it. I hope you enjoy. Okay. And then all that's left is to enjoy it with your friends and family. My hope is that this has demystified the process a little bit and made it a little bit of fun. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time. Why did I say see you next time?